Alright, now it's your boy GM Slick DZ. Please subscribe to my channel. You already know this, Slick DZ Reviews. You know what I mean? We're getting it popping. As you can see, I got 9 subscribers. I'm trying to get them going. We're trying to keep it flow going. And this week, we're going to talk about one of my favorite rappers, The Game. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of classic albums, as we all know. The documentary, obviously, enough said about that. Doctor's Advocate, another great classic right there. You know, already know. You got LAX right there. He definitely took it back on the West Coast, that classic shit right there. He gave people the business on the Red album. Yeah, he got some classics. He did some joints with Lloyd and Chris Brown or whatever like that, but it's definitely fire. Yeah, Jesus Peace over here. He was definitely going there. Look at the cinematography within that. It was like, ooh, like, is it blasphemy? Nah, not really. Yeah, The Wolf, he definitely went on that. That joint was crazy, off the chain. And there was definitely some messed up circumstances that led to his last album. And Born to Rap. It was kind of depressing. It was like, damn, this is going to be his last album. But I'm going to explain all that in a minute. So The Game lost $7.1 million in a lawsuit that led to some unfortunate consequences. So apparently the story was he had unsolicitedly put his fingers up a girl's dress who didn't have any panties on in the situation. And she's trying to sue him for $7.1 million. And I was like, the fuck? Yeah, so in this picture right here, he's chilling with the lady that's suing him or whatever like that. I don't really know the whole logistics of the situation, but I'll get deep into it. Now, apparently they were supposed to be doing something for the show, but the thing was, it was off camera, but she didn't know it was off camera. And the story was saying that Jason Taylor, also known as The Game, was highly intoxicated at this point in time. And the show was called She Got Game, as you'll see in the text right about in a minute. So the original lawsuit was set for $10 million. And I thought to myself a while for like, The Game could have fought this case off, but apparently he didn't show up for the court cases. I'm like, yo, it's just easy, just show up. But the bottom line is he didn't show up for those court cases, and the result of that was she was able to get $7.13 million from The Game. It's crazy. So because of the fact that The Game didn't show up for his court-appointed hearings or whatever, and she was there, available, bottom line is they forced the judge's hand, and they forced her to give at least like 3/4 of that money. So she ends up getting $7.1 million for it. But Game is obviously not trying to pay this off. So what's happening is I think they're trying to take his royalties and things of that nature. So Game just said, fuck it, I'm going to just put this last album out and call it a day. There's a note stabilizing the fact that he did not show up for his court hearings. And it was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Just show up. And then he gets online talking about this thirsty Gatorade mascot, talking all this other shit, blah, blah, blah. Classical, typical shit, just talking bad about somebody, whatever like that. But the thing was, if you even showed up, you had a case, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. A lot of profanity and things in nature and all that. But the bottom line is, you messed up, dude. You should have just showed up. So bottom line is, she's going to find ways to get money out of you, whatever like that. And he tried to put out a semi-mediocre whatever album just to be like, you know what, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the legal problems, no justice system coming at me on some bullshit, whatever like that. So bottom line is, that's how he would play his hand. So at this point, Game lost the rights to his record label and to his album Born to Rap, like all types of rights and royalties and everything like that to the album. So it's like, damn, it's a messed up situation. So, at this point, fans are just mad at the fact that he didn't even go fight for this case. You know what I'm saying? He didn't step into the courtrooms, none of that stuff. And it was like, dude, just fight for it, man. Like, come on, dude. So Game just recently put out a song like a week ago called Welcome Home featuring Nipsey Hussle. So he probably had it in the back burner or whatever like that. So I'm pretty sure this THOT is going to find some other way to get some extra money off of this shit. But I'm going to give you a sample of the song.
On the same shit, I smoke my wood to the roach like I ain't rich. Niggas I used to hang with and still gang with. Lamborghini outside, but nigga, they don't change shit. Same nigga that gave you classic after classic can still chop rock and zip it plastic after plastic.
So I'm guessing this is the way that he can, make sure she don't get no money off it because it's like paper mache cartoon based. So he ain't got to show his face on the actual video. But bottom line was, dude, you should have just showed up to the courtroom. You could have fought it, you know what I'm saying? Or possibly, been able to fight some things off in between the struggle of what she's trying to accomplish. He's also got another song put out in that same week called The Code with 21 Savage on it.
Blood to any car that ever passed me. Bang, bang, classy. Go hand bone. Mama said I'm too flashy. Niggas wanna jack me. Tell them running like a track meet on my DMX shit. Tell my enemies to get at me.
Another animated joint, obviously, because it's like, well, she can't get money off the likeness. Once again, talking about the paper mache animation that's done in the video. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's maybe, I don't know the ins and outs of like, contract agreements and association when it comes to the music industry, but I'm pretty sure that's the thing that he's trying to make sure that she don't capitalize on. At the end of the day, I say fuck these hoes, but bottom line is, long live the game, you know what I'm saying? And if he's unfortunately not able to make any more music, then we love the game for who he is and what he represents and getting it popping and doing more things to, get the West Coast and keep it alive, you know what I'm saying? So that's my take on the situation, honestly. And if you fuck with the game like I do, we all gonna do our part, you know what I'm saying? Keeping the game's legacy alive and keeping his legacy going, you know what I mean? And keeping his legacy going. For the people that grew up on him and for the future generations who want to put out awesome West Coast music and keep him established as one of the greats we've ever seen in this industry. Long live the game. Man, you already know. We always know you've been keeping it thorough, dog. To all the people that tried to shut you out the industry and to that random ass thought, saying that thought, that hole over there, all that other goofy ass shit trying to get you off 7.1 million, let them know, G you not. Fuck out of here.